Look at that. 6 people in here already. They tried to crack him. Told you. I told y'all. LeBron James. Lebron. We got him. Oh yeah. Oh, now the live chat want to work. Oh yeah. All thanks to your boy Carcino. All thanks to me. I've been telling you guys forever. I have been telling you on every video that it is collusion. That LeBron James could be involved in Clutch Sports as a sports agency and then representing players, and he's a player himself on the basketball court. That's collusion. You can't do that. And I'm quite sure they found the loophole where they could make that happen. So the NBA had to go and investigate it because it is illegal. And I knew it was illegal. I kept telling y'all, that's illegal. You cannot do that. So the NBA did their own investigation, so they say, to find out, was LeBron James actually an owner in Clutch Sports? And they said, no, Rich Paul owns the company and this and that. So they just trying to put this out to bed. They want to put this thing to rest because they know this could be a really, really big thing globally. It was found that he had no stake. No, it was found out because he was told to move shares in a certain place to where he's going to get the money quietly. Oh, he's getting money. Don't think he ain't getting none of Clutch Sports. They were smart about handling that paperwork. Way to go, LeBron James. I give you credit for that. That was the NBA cleaning up something that was a big mess. They went, no. You think they're going to suspend LeBron James? The NBA told him what to do. You ain't figuring this out by now? What's up, Anton? Y'all ain't figured this out by now? The NBA had to do the investigation. Because I'm not the only person that said, wait a minute. There's something going on here. This is illegal. I'm quite sure I'm not the only person that said that. You guys don't know, but I know what's illegal and what's legal and what shouldn't be and this and that. I told y'all a long time ago, this was illegal. He cannot represent players and have them sign to his agency and be a player. That's not going to happen. To the fact that that could even be a possibility is illegal. Michael Jordan, I told y'all, Michael Jordan had to put the company in a trust because he can't be a general manager and a player at the same time when he played for the Wizards. He had to take his shares and put it in a trust. And it was in his sister's name. And he had to come out there and play basketball. That was the only way it was going to go down. No, the NBA know they don't want to mess LeBron James up. They don't want to. They have to do this because the other owners are they're gonna be upset about this because LeBron James is poaching their talent for his agency. So when you got somebody who's out there poaching talent and he's a player and he's on the court and he's got players going over to their agencies and he's picking which team players go to who and what and where, that's a problem. So for the people who just showed up, LeBron James was investigated by the NBA for possible ownership in Clutch Sports, which is the agency, which we all know that's LeBron James Sports Agency, which is ran by his homeboy, Rich Paul. Now they wanted to make sure that LeBron James didn't have any ownerships in there because that is illegal for LeBron James to have ownership in a sports agency and to be a player on the court. The NBA was pressed with this question because not only did I ask that question and I kept saying this is illegal, everybody else in the sports world keeps saying this is LeBron James' agency. This is LeBron James' agency. So they had to go and check to make sure he didn't own any stock, anything in there. And I'm quite sure that they told him, if they leaked it out, to tell it back to LeBron, if you have any stock in this company, get rid of it. Dump it. Because we're going to do an investigation, and when we do the investigation, we don't want to find you owning anything. So they did the investigation. LeBron James don't own no stock in Clutch Sports, and this and that. Now we put it all to best. We put the press statements out there. Everybody knows what the NBA's thoughts are. So please, no more questions about LeBron James and Clutch Sports. That's all this was. You got to understand how the game works. They don't want to suspend LeBron. What you think, they going to suspend LeBron James? They make money off this guy's name and off his back. I just know the rules. If you know the rules, you know players in the game, you know people that have been in here, you realize that this is a game. This is a game that they've been playing for a very long time. Nothing has changed here. The NBA is always what it is. Business. Clutch Sports is a sports agency. They represent players like Ben Simmons, all these other players like my man from Washington, the best point guard in the league, John Wall. He signed to LeBron James' company. LeBron James got all these agencies signed up with Rich Paul, which is his buddy. LeBron put up the money and this and that, but, you know, they took care of it the right way where LeBron James' names is not on anything. He can get his money quietly a whole nother way where no one knows how LeBron James got it. I'm not hating. I'll say that's an amazing move. But if he owned ownership in the company, and he's a player, that is illegal. It's collusion. That shouldn't be tolerated by anybody. There should never be a player on the court who represents players. Jay-Z, when he came out with his sports agency, he had to get rid of the ownership that he had with the Brooklyn Nets. And that 0.8%, no matter what. You cannot have any ownership in a company, a sports company, and then be a player or represent players. It's collusion. Yeah, I know Rich Paul represents them. In an agency that belongs to LeBron James. That's why they had to investigate it. But now they did the investigation. They cleaned everything up. LeBron got no minority stake in the company, nothing like that. They got all of it gone. So now, all of that stuff's going to fall back on Rich Paul, which is fine. The NBA just don't want to hit the questions no more. Because the other owners are upset because they're poaching their talent. LeBron James is basically recruiting people to come to Clutch Sports. That's called hustling. Well, not in the NBA. In the NBA, it's called illegal. And watch where you're stepping. Because, see, you got to realize these are billionaire owners. And you're dictating that you're hurting their bottom line by taking players out of their system. by having them come over to your team and you're dictating which teams that you want them to go to. That's not good for business. Well, the thing is, LeBron James has found the loophole in the system, and he's manipulated it. And by him doing this manipulation, what it's causing is a chain reaction of all the NBA players in the league now trying to gang up to go to one team. They're all going over here saying, we're going to do this. And what it does is it hurts the actual teams. Because now, how are you going to recruit? You're going out to get these players, and then they're not even trying to stay at your team. They're already like, okay, I'm going to come here, then I'm going to bounce and go over there. Yeah, I'm going to bounce and go over there. My homeboy over there. I got a cousin that live over there. Yeah, well, I'm going to be cool. I'm going to go over there. So now you're doing all of this maneuvering. You can't really build anything with the fans. People don't understand, and the basketball players don't understand. It's a circle like this. It's synergy. That's why NBA players do things in the community. Why do you think they just went to India? Why do you think they went to China? They're spreading the game out globally. People in the community know the players. They like, thank you for coming to our games and buying tickets. If they don't identify with you because you're only there for a year or two and you go from one team to another, there you go. There's no energy. Why would the fans go to the game? They don't. Why would they buy your jersey? You're going to be gone in 2 years. You see? So now you're losing merchandising. You're losing all of these key elements that helps a team generate money. It's not about players changing teams. You don't. This guy here, you just don't get it, Mario. It doesn't resonate with you. Some people, it goes over their head. You don't understand the business aspect of things. It's not about player going to a team. It's how it's done. Yeah, I know. That's how it is, man. There's no proof. Exactly. The NBA, they want LeBron James to get rid of the proof. They don't want the proof out there. They don't want to suspend LeBron James. Believe me, the word came back to make sure LeBron don't have it. You think LeBron didn't know about this investigation? He sits in there. He sits in there with the players union reps. Is like the vice president of the players union. If LeBron James gets to sit in there with Adam Silver and the players union rep, how are the people you sitting with talking about investigating you and you sitting right there with them? Do you know that Chris Paul is the president of the players union? Did you guys know that? He's the president. Who is Chris Paul? LeBron James' best friend. On the banana boat with him. LeBron sits in there as an assistant to Chris Paul. So he's sitting in all those meetings that when they determine the rules, all the things that they want to do, LeBron James and Chris Paul are sitting in that room. That's not fair. And don't forget, all of y'all subscribe to Screen Fiend. 2 words, Screen and Fiend. Because we will go live over there and have a chat. We're going to go through some movies. There's some stuff I found out today that's going to blow y'all minds. Going to blow y'all minds when it comes to the movie side. Yep, Screen Fiend, just like that. We did a live yesterday. We got a crazy live one. Oh, no. LeBron James talking about players of his wasn't going to go to New York unless Phil Jackson was gone. So Phil Jackson's out of there. Now they can go to the Knicks. He don't want his players really going over there to Pat Riley in Miami. Now, LeBron ain't supposed to have any players. But this was done so that they would clear the whole surface and they'll wipe everything clean. And the whole world can see that LeBron James is innocent of everything. So that people won't ask the question no more about LeBron James having ownership to Clutch Sports. That's why this was done. It's a fake investigation. That's all it is. It's a fake. Don't you get it? All of this was a dog and pony show. No, I opened up people's mind, and I'm quite sure I wasn't the only one. Who's your source? Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Meek Mill Imposter, but it's everywhere. Oh, you know the Cubs are winning it again. But it's exactly what I said. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. As you see that man right there with the trophy, everybody knows you cannot have ownership in an NBA team like that. Boom. See that incredibly handsome man on the wall? Even LeBron James' boyfriend, Brian Wilcorest, had to come out and say something. See, you gotta understand, these crew, this guys, and all this stuff that they talking about, it's collusion at the highest level. That's how bad it is. It's that corrupt. When you have an NBA basketball team, what you cannot do, and I said cannot, is have any ownership in place of a sports agency that represents players. It's just like boxing. You cannot be a manager and a promoter at the same time. It is a conflict of interest at the highest level. So LeBron James, who sits into the meetings with all of the NBA representatives and the commissioners, the deputies, everybody that's there, LeBron James is going to sit there and turn around and have a sports agency and dictate where the players are going? That's ruining my team. That's ruining your teams. Cubs World Series. What can I tell you? My World Series balls. My old school Cubs. That's how we do it over here. Clickety clink, clickety clink. Your money goes into the piggy bank. Oh no, he didn't get caught because they can't have him get caught. Do you think the NBA can afford LeBron James getting caught for having ownership in Clutch Sports? No, they made sure. I'm quite sure when he was sitting there with Adam Silver, they told him, hey, make sure you don't have any ownership in this company. Because what we finna do is shut all this down instantly. Shutting it down. Exactly. And the president of the Players Union is Chris Paul, his best friend. So your best friend, who you sit in the meetings with, you're like the vice president to the president of basketball, well, president of the Players Union. You're the vice president of the Players Union. They made a title for you. You know, Ace, you know the Dodgers always blow it. Look. Listen. Okay, for the people that just got here, we'll go through it one more time. Okay? LeBron James was investigated by the NBA for having ownership in Clutch Sports, which is a sports agency that was basically LeBron James' friend, and everyone assumed LeBron James had ownership in it and all the players and everything else because he's on the court recruiting. So they had to investigate it because it's illegal. I've said it in thousands of my videos about LeBron James. If you listened, I've been telling you time and time again, it's collusion. It is a conflict of interest at the highest degree. You cannot have ownership in a sports agency and be a player. It doesn't happen. Michael Jordan had to give up his shares, and he was general manager of the Washington Wizards, and then he decided to play. He had to give up ownership of his general manager position and put his shares in a trust to his sister. When Jay-Z started Rock Nation Sports or whatever they call it, when he started that, he had to get rid of that ownership he had in the Brooklyn Nets, that 0.8% whatever. That had to go. Why would LeBron James be able to have ownership in a sports agency called Clutch Sports and still be playing basketball? That's illegal. Somebody needs to say something about that. And finally, I guess I wasn't the only one. Other people were saying it too. And because everybody else was saying it, I believe the owners wanted some answers too, because it was making sense, and plus it's hurting their bottom line. You got LeBron James, who's out there on the court recruiting basketball players that come to his agency and moving them from team to team that they see fit. Now, that's kind of collusion. Rich Paul's his best friend. He went to school with him. LeBron is with him. He kind of set this thing up so they can represent players. And now they're dictating where players go, which teams. It's not a good thing. It's not a good fit. It's not a good fit at all. So the NBA was being pressured by all these other teams. So what they did was a fake investigation. And I'm telling you this right now so you will know flat out, this is a fake investigation. What they did was tell LeBron James and his people, make sure you have no stock in Clutch Sports. We're going to do an investigation. So therefore, when we investigate it, we're going to put it out that you have no ownership in Clutch Sports. And they did it. And once that happened, they did the investigation. They found out he has no ownership in Clutch Sports. So now they could put it out there in the press. Now it's in the press. LeBron James was investigated and he's found to have no evidence of him having ownership in Clutch Sports. So that now all these sports shows, they can't say LeBron James has ownership in Clutch Sports. And he's got a minority stake in the company. They can't say that. You see? Now it ends all the questions. Even though he's still going to be doing the same thing. It's like the bio lab in Miami all over again. They can't afford to let LeBron James go down. If LeBron goes down, we all go down. Everything falls down. They can't allow that to happen. Joy's about a 7. My point is, it's a fake investigation. LeBron James have been allowed too much power in the NBA as it is. The owners and other players, they're very upset about this. Because you're ruining teams. You're ruining the NBA with this type of manipulation. What LeBron James did was manipulate a system that was meant to help the NBA players. They've taken it and milked it to do what they want to do. Now, and I told you people, oh, Ace, look up the biogenics lab that happened with the investigation with A-Rod, LeBron, all those players. Everybody know that by now. That was back in the Miami days before LeBron and them they shut that down. LeBron lost 30 pounds, and the rest is history. Now, let's move forward to right now. LeBron James, Lebron, whatever you want to call him, is the vice president to the Players Union, a title they created just so he could sit into the meetings with Adam Silver, the NBA deputy commissioner, everybody else. Chris Paul is the president of the Players Union. Who is Chris Paul? LeBron James is one of his banana boat best friends. So now LeBron is sitting in these meetings, but he is an active player and not on the union. The player that's on the union is Chris Paul. Why is LeBron James sitting in these meetings? Michael Jordan wasn't sitting in on these meetings. The investigation already took place. They put the information out. The NBA leaked this out. LeBron James' best boyfriend and buddy, Brian Wilcorn, whatever, he only follows and reports LeBron James. He don't even report on Cleveland. He just report LeBron James. That guy he put it out. They did this so that they don't have to get no more questions about it. It's a fake investigation. Can't y'all read what's going on? It's very simple. It's laid out for you as simply as possibly could be put. It's a fake investigation. Because believe me, if they were investigating LeBron James, they weren't going to tell us about it. Exactly. But they're putting the message out there because on all the talk shows like Undisputed, First Take, they bring up Clutch Sports and what players represented by Clutch Sport, LeBron James Agency, LeBron James Agency, LeBron James Agency. And now they want to take that away because everybody knows it is quote unquote LeBron James Agency. It belongs to Rich Paul because it's illegal. And I'm quite sure NBA owners went to the commissions and said, I want to make sure that LeBron James don't have no stock in that company. What's good, everybody? This is sad. It's not sad. It's a wonderful day. Because now we got clarity. I know I'm not crazy. Because I've been saying it, I don't know how many videos we did during the NBA Finals, and I kept saying how LeBron James going to have ownership in the companies. And I told you how it destroys teams. I told you how it destroys the whole faction of what a team is supposed to be. I told y'all that. See, this is where, let me explain to y'all where the problem comes in at. Where the problem lies. See, the problem lies like this. If you have all these players, LeBron James is picking them up. He's determining which players go to which team and here and there and come over there. If you're an owner of the team or a general manager, how can you run your team? It's very hard and difficult to run a team when you have a sports agency that's trying to move people here and there. My cousin live in this town. Oh, I can go visit my cousins and my auntie, so I want to play over there. And everybody just jumping up and leaving after a short period of time. Because they've all made a deal with another player on another team that at the end of the year, they going to go run and go play with each other. Like, we can go play with each other after the summer. Yeah, because I got a cousin live out there. Let's go, man. And now you can't really root for a team. You're just watching individuals jump up every year and go to another team. And if you're a general manager, how do you recruit? You're making it impossible for them to do their jobs. And the NBA is about networking. They network within the community. They do a lot of charity works. They get sponsorships. All these sponsored events, they have the players come out there and talk to the kids. The kids buy their jerseys. How you going to buy a jersey to somebody that's not going to be on the team next year? Wouldn't make sense to buy their jersey. They're going to be gone in a year. So you're losing in merchandising. You don't have players that's identifying with the community. Why would the communities go to the games? Why would they buy tickets? Don't you understand? See, people don't understand these elements of the game. This part of business. The networking. They get out there, they sign these jerseys for the kids, they raffle them off, and they get the kids to want to go to the games. Once the kids want to go to the games and see the games, that's where you make your money. Because the family's going to go. You don't sell the dad, you sell the kids. Because if the kids want to go, guess who's going to take them? Mom or dad. It's a business. NBA is about family. It's a family event. So if you're taking players away from the game and moving them from team to team, it's hard for the fans to identify this player is on my team. I want to root for this player because he plays for my team. Now, do you think people in Houston is going to run out and buy Chris Paul jerseys? Why? He's only going to be there for a year, if that. Star players don't move? Really? You just seen how many deals done with star players? They've all moved this year. Chris Paul has moved. Jimmy Butler has moved. All these players are moving. They're moving around. Kevin Durant, probably the best player in the NBA, just moved last year. PG-13 just moved. Breaking news, so I have to go live again.
Oh, wow. What's the breaking news this time?
Well, LeBron James got investigated by the NBA.
Investigated for what?
For what I've always talked about, Sean. His collusion with having a sports agency and him being a player. It's illegal.
Talking about how he got Tristan Thompson and all those people signed to his label, his company and all that.
Yeah, there you go. He ain't supposed to have a company. That's why it's all in Rich Paul's name now. It's always been like that, they said, which means that it was a fake investigation done. They told them, make sure LeBron has no ownership in that company. So they made sure that LeBron knew an investigation was coming. They took care of that ownership. They went ahead and put everything in Rich Paul's name. LeBron has no paperwork of any ownership for LeBron in the company, and they've done it, so now they don't have to bring it up no more. Isn't that wonderful how they did that? And then they leak it out to the public. That's the kicker. They leak it out to the public.
They did that just in case anyone else got wind of it. They didn't want them to make it bigger than what it was.
Oh, yeah. Whenever you see that big guy, he's the Dan Raphael of basketball, that Brian Wilhorst, the guy that only follows LeBron James around.
Uh-huh.
Whenever he leaked something, yeah, LeBron them gave it to him personally.
Oh, wow. And LeBron will continue to get away with this tragedy.
Ronnie 9, I told you what to do. Tell them that you're not getting notifications, and you make sure you put my channel.
Cass, what are your thoughts on Steph Curry? I saw your video, but you were doing more laughing than explaining. When Steph Curry was making fun of LeBron James dancing, and Kyrie was like, "Get it, get it."
Yeah, I loved every minute of it.
I watched your video, but you didn't really explain nothing. You were so busy laughing the whole time.
Wasn't nothing to explain. It was everything in the video was self-explained.
What was Kyrie doing hanging out with Steph? Where were they at?
It was
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was Sean. Sean was on the line, and that knocked me off. I gotta call him back. So, y'all got any comments on this? Kobe gonna be making so much money, you just won't be knowing Kobe Bryant making it. What's good, Mr. Next? I just did a review for Vic Mensa's album. I just did that today. The video's already out. I've done like 6-7 videos today. So y'all should be very happy. I've given y'all 6-7 videos of my life. Even did a live stream that was over an hour. As this one is heading over an hour. But I will shut this off now because we're reached the end. I'm glad they investigated LeBron James, even though it was a fake investigation. I'm out.